Welcome back to another video here for MLB Simulated. Today, we'll be going through the April 8th simulations. So, we're just honestly going to get right into it. We had no problems yesterday, so we don't have to do anything with like a picker wheel again or anything. And our first game up today will be the Astros at Twins. Current record for the Astros is going to be 7-1. The Twins are 4-3. In this game at Target Field. And we have a long one, I can already tell. 3-0 start for the Twins, but in the 7th, the Astros respond and they make it 5-3. In the 8th, going into the 9th, the Twins respond to 2-0 to make it 5-5. And then the top of the 14th, the Astros make it 6-5, hold off the Twins from there, and win the game 6-5. Win for the Astros, another one, is big for them. They're going to keep a hold of their division with ease at this point with a record of 8-1. The Twins are falling off a little bit. They're going to be falling down to a record of 4-4. So they were wishing that was a little bit better for them. Back to the simulation here. We got the Royals at Giants. The Royals are currently 5-3. The Giants are currently 2-5. Let's see what we get here from Oracle Park. All right, there we go. We're going to have a 2-1 start for the Giants, so the Royals make it 2-2, then go down to the Giants 3-2 in the 5th. They have a 7-run inning to go up 6-3, make it 6-5 in the 8th. The 6-run inning in the Royals for the Royals in the 9th took up 12-5, hold the Giants from there. Another good win for the Royals. Wow, look at that. The offense is pretty good there for the Royals. And they are improving to a record of 6-3 now. So they're going to, keep a hold of this division for now. And the Giants are going to be falling here to a record of 2-6. Definitely not where the Giants want to be. I will tell you that right now. 2-6 is not a good start, and hopefully they can start rebounding soon. But now we're moving on to the Rangers at Cubs. Cubs are currently 5-2. The Rangers are currently 4-3. A game is at Wrigley in Chicago, so hopefully this gives a little bit of a advantage to the pretty hot Cubs right now. And so the Rangers will start up 3-0 after 3, make it 5-0 after 5, and then 1 run for each team for a 6-1 victory. That was happening in the 9th, by the way. And the Rangers, good win for the Rangers to bounce back. And they are going to improve to let's actually focus on the Cubs real quick. Cubs are going to fall to 5-3. They're just they're sideways, closer. And then the Rangers are going to improve to 5-3 here. So there you go. Of course, we're going to adjust, the 1 through 5 after we simulate all these games. Reds at Phillies. So this is a NL matchup. The Reds are 3-4, while the Phillies are 4-3. In this game from Citizens Bank Park, we got 3 for the Phillies in the first inning, and that's literally going to be it. Good win for the Phillies to get up to 3-0 and then keep it from there. And that would put the Phillies, wrong division, there we go. Phillies at 5-3, so barring a Braves victory, they will most likely be first in the division. And then we go down to the Reds, and the Reds are going to fall to 3-5. So potential for the Pirates and Cardinals with 1 win to catch up to the Reds there. Next game, we have Red Sox at Tigers. So Tigers hosting at Comerica Park. They've got a record of 3-4, and the Red Sox are 4-3. So a slight edge to Boston so far. They do start up, in the 2nd with a run, in the 4th they get another one, and then they get 2 in the 5th. The 7th, the Tigers are strong with 1, but it's nearly not enough. And then it's 4-1 Boston to end the game. Good win for the Red Sox. Bad loss for the Tigers, of course. So the Red Sox, they're up to 5-3. And that is, of course, good news for them. And then the Tigers are going to fall to 3-5. So, moving on to the next simulation here. It is going to be Athletics at Rays. The Rays 4-3, the Athletics 5-2. Game is at Tropicana this time. And we are going to have a decent one here. with 6 innings of nothingness before 4 for Oakland, and then after this, continued nothingness, and that's going to be the final score. Athletics 4, Rays nothing. So, Athletics get the win, another one, and then the Rays lose another one. And the Athletics are up to 6-2, so they're just trying at this point to keep up with the Astros in the AL West. Wow, the Rays are going to, lose another one, go from 4-2 to 4-4. Not what I want to do there. There we go. 4-4. And they're going to start falling behind a little bit if they don't get the winning streak started again. Marlins at Mets. We've seen this series before to start the season. 4-4 versus 3-5. This one's at Citi Field, though, in New York. All right. 3 for the Mets in the first inning. They get up 2 in the 5th. They get 1 back in the 6th, another one in the 7th, and there they go. 5-2 Mets at home against the Marlins, and there is the win for them. So, moving down, this was an NL East divisional matchup. The Marlins are going to be falling to 4-5, and the Mets are going to be improving to 4-5. So, there is that. All right, next game up is the Mariners at Guardians. We have a 4-4 Guardians team hosting at Progressive Field against a 4-4 Mariners team. So this will be fun. We've also seen this series before to start the season. 1 run from Cleveland in the 2nd, but in the 4th, there's 3 from Seattle. 1 in the 7th from Cleveland to make it 3-2. And the Mariners go 4-2 in the top of the 8th, but the Guardians tied up at 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Mariners even score again in the top of the 9th to make it 5-4 before the Guardians, walk it off with 2 runs to beat out the Mariners at home 6-5. So, we're going to move up to the AL Central here. Give the Guardians their 5th win of the season. They are only 1 game behind the Royals right now. And the Mariners are going to fall to 4-5. So you can see they're already struggling here in 5th anyways, but this loss just does not help whatsoever. The Angels are the only team that they've been able to beat out so far for the division. Next game, White Sox at Pirates. Obviously, there's a lot of them today. So with the White Sox at Pirates, we have a 2-6 team at a 2-5 team from PNC Park. Pirates have a little bit of home field advantage, maybe. Hopefully, they can get their 2nd straight win, and the White Sox it would be a good win for both teams, actually. 1 run for Chicago in the 4th, but 1 run for this in the 7th from the Pirates, and then they actually, just 2 innings later in the 9th, make it 2-1 on another walk-off that we're seeing tonight. And then that makes it 2-1 Pirates. And that is their 2nd straight win. So moving up to AL Central is just the closer slide here. White Sox, possibly the worst record in the league at this point, 2-7. I don't know who else would be worse than that. And moving down the NL Central, the Pirates went from 1-5 to 3-5. So a win streak of 2. It's a small win streak, but it's a couple wins that they've been able to string together. And from there, they're also starting to catch up with the Reds. So that is good. Our next game will be the Yankees at Orioles. So this game is in Baltimore at Camden Yards. It will be the 3-4 Yankees on the road to the 4-3 Orioles. So Baltimore with a 1 game cushion right now over the Yankees. So 2 for the Yankees in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd go up 3-0. Then they're up 6-0 in the 4th. They give Baltimore a run there 6-1. They score another one in the 8th, and that's actually how it ends up. Yankees 7, Orioles 1. So there is that. The Yankees are back to a .500 record, and so are the Orioles with a record of 4-4 for both squads here. This AL East is the tightest division we've seen yet to start the season. So, moving on. Cardinals and Brewers. What do we got here from Milwaukee? We got the 2-5 Cardinals and the 4-3 Brewers. Milwaukee, a little bit of a cushion here. 1 for the Cardinals in the 2nd, but they gave up 2 in the 4th. And that's literally how it's going to end. Close game. Brewers 2, Cardinals 1. Another loss for the St. Louis Cardinals. They are struggling, but the Brewers will much appreciate that win. They get them to 2 games above 500 early at a record of 5-3. So there is that for the Brewers. That was an NL Central divisional matchup. And the Cardinals are sitting at 2-6 now. So they're actually a little bit more separation there. They will fall a game behind the Reds and Pirates officially. Our next game we're going to do Padres at Braves, another NL matchup. The Padres have lost 2-0 to this Braves team. The Braves entering the series We're 3-3. The Padres are 5-1 and leading the NL. This game in Atlanta again at Truist Field, and it's gonna be one for the San Diego Padres in the second. But the Braves of Atlanta, 4 runs in the third inning, and then fifth and sixth and seventh they get 3 more combined, so it makes it 7-1. That's how it's gonna end up. So the Padres struggling with the Braves in this series. Another loss and another win for the Braves. So moving down the NL West here, just to highlight this first, the Padres losing their grasp on the NL and the NL West from 5-1 to 5-4, as the Braves are 3-0 against them so far in this series. The Braves went from .500 to 3 games above .500 to a record of 6-3 and leading the NL East. And then we have a few more here. We got the Nationals at Rockies from Coors Field in Denver. The Rockies 4-4, the Nationals 2-6, so early struggles for the Nats. And here we go. 2 for the Nationals in the third. Fourth, they get 1. Fifth, they get 3 more. And then 1 in the sixth. 1 for the Rockies, though, in the ninth makes it 7-1 Nationals to end. So there we go. Win for the Nationals. They needed that one. That's just their third of the season. And then the Rockies, and then it gets there it goes, are falling to 4-5. So with the Dodgers win or just the Diamondbacks win, the Rockies are going to have either record or have a little bit more separation of the Diamondbacks. Speaking of that game right here, Dodgers at Diamondbacks, 4-4 Diamondbacks in Phoenix at Chase Field, hosting the 3-5 Dodgers, who are struggling early. Will the Diamondbacks beat out the Dodgers again? This is a series we saw to open up the season. And how about this I keep looking at the inning first. The 7-run third inning from the Arizona Diamondbacks. They give it to the Dodgers, but they get 1 back. Oh my goodness. And the fifth, they're going to go up 14-2. And actually from there, there's going to be no scoring. They got it all out early, and a big win for the Diamondbacks. Dodgers offense struggling there, just 2 runs. And that's their 6th loss of the season. So we're staying here in the NL West. That was an NL West divisional matchup. And the Dodgers struggling at 3-6, while the Arizona Diamondbacks are 5-4, and technically you'll see this here in a minute, just got a hold of the division. Crazy, man. And we are moving on to Blue Jays Angels. Last game here, this will be Anaheim Angel Stadium for the host site. It will be the 2-5 Angels, who are struggling, taking on the 5-3 Blue Jays, who are having a pretty good season. And oh man, I can tell this is a long one. All right, 1 for the Angels in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, go 2-0, but in the 8th, the Blue Jays tied up at 2, and we see no more scoring until 2 in the bottom of the 15th to walk it off. Angels 4, Blue Jays 2. So, with that, moving up to the AL West, the Angels, good win there, and the Blue Jays are going to be, of the AL East, are going to be falling to 5-4. All right, so now that we're at the top here, let's just, format these correctly. The Boston Red Sox, see, like I said, the separation here is like minimal. They are 4th entering today, and oops, here we go. After this game, they're going to be moving up into 1st. And that is just crazy to say, but it's early on the season, of course, and it's just separation is again not there in this division. But from there, actually, it is going to be correct, because the Blues will fall to 2nd. They'll still have 1 more win than the Rays, Orioles, and Yankees, though. So there is that. That way, again, it's so tight, and it was the only division that gave us troubles yesterday when formatting these. This one will also give us troubles, as the Cleveland Guardians have surpassed the Minnesota Twins by record here. The Twins are just struggling with the Astros, so that's why. Well, the Guardians are continuing to beat the Seattle Mariners. All right. So here we go. And there's that. So the Guardians are now in 2nd, just a game behind the Royals. Tigers and White Sox continue to struggle on that division, though. This one is going to stay the same. The Rangers at 5-3 in dead middle, but the Astros at 8-1, best team in the league. Obviously, that means the best team in the AL too. They stay there, and then the Angels caught up to the Mariners a little bit with an Angels win, the Mariners loss, but the Mariners still remain half a game ahead of the Angels. Moving on to our National League updates, standings-wise. The Braves stay there at 6-3. The Phillies at 5-3 will stay in 2nd, and then of course Because of my tiebreaker right now, because it's too early in the season to really tell. My tiebreaker right now is just city name, which is in alphabetical order. That's how they start the season with standings. So that's why the Marlins would remain over the Mets, even though the Mets just beat them and they have a record of 4-5. So there's that. In El Central, this one's gonna stay the same too. 5-3, 5-3. Reds staying ahead, the Pirates and the Cardinals at 2-6, who are struggling, will be in fifth. And then last but not least, the NL West division will actually see a change here because of alphabetical things, and the Diamondbacks and Padres only playing 2 games against each other this year. I think they split them via simulation and in real life current MLB, but that'll put the Diamondbacks at first and the Padres at second. And then the Rockies at 4-5 would stay in third, while the Dodgers, with another loss to be at 3-6, would stay in fourth, and the 2-6 Giants are at fifth. So, anyways, that was your April 8th, 2023 simulating update with the standings. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if there's anything that you think I could be doing better, just let me know and enjoy.